What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some John Taylor and the Neurotic Outsiders. That is to say, my understanding is that this was a short-lived supergroup, and I was actually just looking, because this is one case where I wanted to make sure that I had this right, so I did look online. The original lineup actually featured Billy Idol and Steve Stevens, but they were replaced by John Taylor of Duran Duran, as well as Steve Jones of the Sex Pistols. Now, it also features a couple guys from Guns N' Roses, so definitely a sort of, British-American supergroup. And yeah, I'm really curious. This is a cover of Planet Earth, which, as many of you know, is Duran Duran's very first single way back in 1981. So yeah, ultimately I love this tune. I love the original. I've loved some of the live performances I've heard. I do enjoy a cover version that I heard on a tribute album that I'm going through. Shout out to Izzy. But yeah, ultimately I'm curious to hear how this group, ultimately including one member of Duran Duran that was involved in that classic track, how they're going to articulate it. Given the membership of the group, I imagine it's going to have a more rock-heavy sound. Whether that's more on the punk side with someone from the Sex Pistols, or whether it's more on the sort of hard rock leading into metal side with Guns N' Roses, I'm not sure. I would maybe be more inclined to think the latter, if only because, two people from Guns N' Roses, plus John, who, in his solo material in the mid-90s, was exploring a kind of harder-edged alternative rock sound, obviously with some slower tunes, some like quasi-ballads, if you will, but yeah, I guess my inclination would to think this would be more hard rock rather than, anything resembling punk or post-punk. But that, again, is certainly a possibility given a member of the Sex Pistols. But let's find out. This is John Taylor as part of the Neurotic Outsiders, or suppose I should just say this is the Neurotic Outsiders, which include John Taylor of Duran Duran, and this is their cover of Planet Earth.
To watch the night fall with the rain. I heard you making patterns rhyme like
It's a bit psychedelic. It feels like blurry, or like I'm listening through a haze.
Romantic looking for the TV show. You'll see them.
Maybe dramatic. And it does feel kind of heavy alt rock. Funny, this chorus, it sounds a little more different from the original than does the homegrown cover, I would argue. That was homegrown, right? In the moment I'm forgetting. I think it was homegrown. Yeah, that was cool. you know, in a way, it felt like some of the solo material from John Taylor I've been going through, perhaps a bit different of a sound, and it was very like, I don't know, almost cinematic and theatrical in the lead in and sort of the sort of slow, like pulsing sections with the guitar. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Very cool. You know, pretty much any version of the song will be interesting to me. So it is now very engaging to go through and hear some versions of it in some different idioms. So yeah, like I said, this one felt kind of heavier alt rock, you know, on the edge of hard rock, whereas again we heard it in sort of a punk ska style. Also heard the original, you know, group Duran perform it live, and also the studio version. So yeah, it's nice to have this sort of like composite of some different versions of the tunes now. Do let me know what you think of that cover. I really do enjoy it, although again it does have a pretty notably different sound. And yeah, we'll be back for more of this material. I am curious, ultimately, to hear how different or similar it may be to John Taylor's solo material at this time, like on a wider view, not just one tune, but I guess we'll find out. Do let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.